What's going on, guys? Alex, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to get more heat pump installations booked for your HVAC company. I saw a post on Reddit that inspired me to make this video. We are getting heat pump leads for HVAC clients here, but I just wanted to show you guys how to get that set up. So one of the biggest problems, and by the way, if you do need help with Google Ads for your HVAC business, click the link down below. Book a call with me. I'm happy to take a look at your Google Ads campaigns, answer any questions you have about running Google Ads for your HVAC company, and of course, see if there's any opportunity to work together to help you get more leads and grow your HVAC business. So, the problem with most people running ads in this space is, like I always say, they just generally have no idea what they're doing. You got heat pump installation in Toronto, right? Very bottom of funnel search. This brand might actually have somewhat of an idea what they're doing, right? They've got condo heat pump installation, not what I searched, right? But they do mention Toronto, and they mention condos, which, could be fine. I would go a little bit more broad, but everybody else, we've got affordable heating and cooling. This is not at all related to what I searched. This is not at all related to what I searched. This one doesn't even mention heat pumps. And this one doesn't mention Toronto. It has no assets, right? There's no extensions. There's no call button, nothing like that. So 3 out of 4 of the business here are just throwing away cash on Google Ads. Same with we have here, heat pump installation in Ottawa, another city here in Canada. Save on heating and cooling. This does not even mention. It's actually a spray foam page, so it does not even mention heat pump installation, right? Comfort Pro, no idea what this is. This is, I think, a service. As opposed to installation, this is also service, right? Where heat pump installation is just this is a product, not a service. So where heat pump installation is people looking for a service as opposed to a product. So let me just walk you guys through how to get that done, so you can get people calling you for heat pump installation. So first things first, go to Google here. This is what your dashboard is going to look like. Click on new campaign. Click on new campaign there. Go ahead with leads as a sales objective, or as a campaign objective, because we just want leads coming in. Now, Google is asking us here to use these conversion goals. So you want to make sure you have conversion goals and conversion tracking set up on your campaign before you spend any money with Google. You want to be tracking phone calls and form submissions. These are the two most important conversions to be tracking, and it's basically all that matters in the Google Ads space. Make sure you have that set up before you spend too much money on Google Ads, because if you're not tracking data, how are you going to know what works or what doesn't work? And you can't feed that data back to Google. So this is an incredibly important step. Click continue. For campaign type, we just want to search campaign. You may see AI Max here, doesn't work for leads. Performance Max doesn't work for leads. Just go with search, and I don't ever choose one of these, but you can choose one or two if you want. It's up to you. Click on continue, and then campaign name. It's an HVAC campaign, so let's just do something like HVAC Ottawa, because the ad group is going to be named heat pump installation. Click start new if you have other campaigns. For this, you would just leave this empty. If you're just in a rush and you just kind of want a Google campaign that's kind of set it and forget it, you don't care that much about budget, you don't care that much about conversions, you can go ahead and set it as clicks, right? And you will want to set a max cost per click bid limit. Probably in the heat pump installation space, maybe start at $10 and lower it and adjust it from there. And for customer acquisition, we're not selecting this. Now, for a lot of you guys, Google will have already be opted into these two networks. These are very low quality networks. We don't want to be on the display network. We're not running display ads. And the problem with Google Search Partners Network is that your ad is going to show on hundreds of non-Google sites, part domains, and we just want to show up here at the top of Google search, right? For location options, click the drop down and go with presence, people in or regularly in. If you go with presence or interest, your ads are just going to show to people outside of the area that you're trying to target, people that just have random interests, in Toronto. Could be tourists, could be people living, a few cities away. So you just want to go with presence or interest, so that you're just targeting people that you add here, right? And to actually add people, you can add your location here and take a look. I know for Toronto it works, but always click advanced search just to get a better idea of how it's structured. And if it doesn't look good in your area, just click on radius, pin mode, and then you would just choose, for example, right? You just choose somewhere right there. Obviously, we don't want a 20-mile radius, so in this case, we could just adjust this to something like 8 miles. Right? I mean, that's not going to be ideal for Toronto, but just to give you an idea of how to use that. So from there, just click save. Languages, leave English. Do not run Spanish or French and English ads or language targeting in the same ad group, in the same campaign. The last thing you would want is Spanish ads to show up for English speakers or English ads to show up for Spanish speakers. For audience segments, I don't typically add anything there. For most of you, it's not going to be that helpful. Now for ad rotation, always just go ahead and click do not optimize. This is going to basically force Google to split test your ads within the ad group, and you're going to want at least 2 ads in each ad group, so you can test things like pinned headlines, near you keywords, keyword insertion, stuff like that. And then the other thing is under more settings, ad schedule. Don't let your ads run all day, but you probably want to run your ads, from sometime in the morning until at least 7 or 8 p.m. because people are going to call you mostly after work and on weekends. And if you're only running ads 9 to 5 Monday to Friday, it's going to be very difficult to get Google Ads to work as effectively as it could. Now from here, click on next. I always skip this, click on next. Now this is going to be where we add our keywords and build up the ads. Now Google doesn't let us rename the ad group here anymore, so we're going to have to do that after, but this is just going to be for heat pump installation and very bottom of funnel searches. So the easy way to do keyword research is to just go back to your Google Ads dashboard here, click on tools, and it's going to open this section here. Click on discover new keywords, add your area here, click save, and then just add heat pump installation. For heat pump installation, it's pretty straightforward, but you just see what Google gives you here, and this will give you a good idea of your budget, right? So Google's charging you here in Toronto about $7, $28 per click, and about $13 to $60 per click. So a good ideal budget here, excuse me guys, a good ideal budget here to get heat pump installation calls, at least 1 call per day. It's going to be anywhere in like the $100 to $300 a day range, right? If you only have $50 per day, it's going to take so much longer to get clicks, so much longer to get calls that Google Ads might not be your best bet. Facebook ads would probably be a better choice in that case. But if you have $100 a day to spend on Google Ads for heat pump installation, then this is going to be a great, budget here in Toronto at least. Use these 2 numbers here to see and decide wherever you live what is going to be the best. Just choose something kind of in the middle, the average between the 2. So obviously we're going to go ahead and add heat pump installation. I like to add a blend of both exact match and phrase match. And you could test this, right? You don't want to add broad, but you can just add all phrase. But typically campaigns trend into exact match over time. And you can just pull the keywords from here. You want to have maybe 3 to 5 keywords in each of your ad groups. If you're adding more than like 5, you can probably build out another ad group, right? Like heat pump contractor would be its own. Heat pump installation cost would just be about, top of funnel. You could get quotes really easily that way. Mitsubishi could be its own ad group, but that really looks about what I would add. Heat pump installation, heat pump installers, and I would just do heat pump installation near me. And then heat pump installation Toronto. That's really good. Now, for the ads, for the actual ad itself, for the final URL, you want to send traffic to a landing page. So what you'll notice here, if you look right below my face, you'll see the URL when I'm clicking on when I'm hovering over the ads. This goes to a landing page, but this one just goes to their home page, right? You can see it just points to their home page right there. Home pages are not designed to convert, right? This one goes to an air conditioner page, so they've completely missed the mark. But home pages, websites are not designed to convert. You want a landing page here that is fully designed to convert people looking for heat pump installation in Toronto into leads, right? So it would just be something like this: yourbusiness.com/heat pump landing page. So the page title and call to action all needs to be Toronto heat pump installation related, right? Don't send traffic to your homepage. Don't send traffic to your website. If you're wondering why your Google ads aren't working or why they're not converting, that's probably it. Now, display path, you would just do something like heat pumps. This just changes how the ad looks on Google. Helps with click-through rate, makes it a little bit more relevant, gets people to actually click through on the ad. You can see it changes a tiny bit there. And of course, you want to add your phone number every time. People are going to call you quite a bit if you have your phone number there in the ad, especially if they're very local. For the headlines, you want to add as many as you can. Typically, you want to add the location, the service, benefit, pain point, and call to action. So you would do something like Toronto. I don't know if it's going to fit actually. Heat pump installs. No, installers. Yeah. You could do heat pump installation TO. Right? That's going to work really well. Heat pump installers near you. You could need a heat pump in, and you can add your location insertion here, right? So just city, add Toronto, question mark. Call for a quote, right? Some calls to action. Give us a call today. Book an estimate, and then you could add some pain points like paying too much for hydro, bills too high, right? That's really good. Let's see what the ad looks like. Let's let it refresh because this one's not that great. Yeah, so this is just a location, right? That's a really good ad though. And for the description, same thing. Looking for a heat pump installation in Toronto. We've got you covered, right? Give us a call. Give us a call now. Call us for your next heat pump installation project. Happy to answer any questions. All right. Now I'd add all four, right? Now, of course, for business name, if you verified your account, you can add your business name and logo. You'll also be able to add photos depending on the age of your account, all right? So make sure you add as many photos as you can. And now the next thing that Google is asking you for here is site links, call outs, other asset types. Now, structure snippets you would want to add. The biggest mistake people do is they add these here, right? And so what you want to do instead of adding them here is just open Google Ads in a new tab. So the last thing, you don't want to add them here on the actual ad because it's going to add it to the campaign level. So you don't want your ads for your heat pump installation showing up on your ads for AC repair or AC service, right? Or furnace repair. So instead, just go back to Google Ads here, click on assets, click on assets again. And from here, you can just add the assets specifically. And so for example, if you want to add callouts, just click plus, just choose callouts there, click plus. And then when it says add it to the ad group level. So your ad group in this case is going to be the heat pump installation ad group. And you want to add it at that level just so that your ads are only showing for your heat pump ad group. Heat pump ads, heat pump ad group, right? That's how you want to structure it. Let's go ahead and get that done after you publish the campaign, right? Now from here, click on next. For your budget, let me just confirm my account here. So this is where you're gonna set your daily budgets. You're just gonna go ahead with a custom budget here. I mean, what Google recommends here is not at all relevant. In this space, if you don't have probably $100 a day, it's gonna be tough to get calls regularly. But I don't wanna have any clicks come through, so I'm just gonna set it as 0.01. Now when you click next, Google's gonna review the whole campaign here, let you know if there's any issues. And yeah, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. And don't forget, you can click the link below, you can book a call with me. I'm happy to take a look at your guys' Google Ads campaigns or answer any questions you have about Google Ads. And it looks like I did name the campaign Ottawa, even though we're running it here in Toronto, but that's completely fine. And yeah, if you just want somebody to manage your ads while you focus on the other more important aspects of your business, click the link below, book a call with me. I love talking to you guys. And I'm just gonna pause for a second here while it checks the campaign for errors. I'm gonna jump back in and just show you a few more quick things you should do, and you'll be ready to go with your heat pump installation Google Ads campaign. All right, at this point, your campaign is ready to publish. Just go ahead, click on Publish Campaign there. Google is asking you again to set up your Google tag. Like I said, you want to make sure you are tracking conversions as accurately as possible. Just click X out of there. Now, go find your campaign. I think it was HVAC. Let me just pause this one because it's not running at the moment. Yeah, so for here, HVAC Ottawa, click on this gear icon. What we want to do quickly is change the bidding strategy. So click bidding, change bid strategy, select the bid strategy directly, right? And then go with a manual CPC. This is going to give you far better control, especially if you're on a lower budget, with $100 a day being on the lower budget side of things. Now, click back into your campaign here, hit it with a refresh. And now you can set a default max CPC. Here, I'd probably start at $10 across the account and then monitor everything, daily, just to make sure that everything is heading in the right direction. You can tell based on the impression share and lost impression share if you're bidding enough. Google might tell you you're not, but you still could be. So you want to let that run for a while before you make that decision. Change the name there. And yeah, at this point, you guys are ready to go. If you did make it this far, again, thank you so much for watching. And don't forget, you can click the link down below, book a call with me. I'm happy to take a look at your Google Ads campaigns, answer any questions you have about running Google Ads for your heat pump or HVAC business. And of course, see if there's any opportunity to work together to help you guys get more leads. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.